The dark reflection as I lay in bed, I couldn't shake off the feeling of emptiness that had been gnawing at me for weeks. It was as if a part of me had been ripped away, leaving a gaping hole that couldn't be filled. I closed my eyes, and suddenly, I was transported to a place that was both familiar and yet utterly foreign. It was a room that seemed to exist outside of time and space, a room that was filled with the echoes of my own memories. As I looked around, I saw a figure standing in a corner of the room. It was a younger version of myself, a version that was consumed by pain and sorrow. He was crying uncontrollably, his body shaking with each sob. I felt a pang of recognition, knowing that I had been in his shoes before. As I approached him, he looked up at me with eyes that were filled with desperation. "Why did you leave me?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. I was taken aback by his question. "I didn't leave you," I replied, trying to reassure him. "I'm still here." But he just shook his head. "No, you're not. You're just a shadow of who you used to be. You're empty, hollow, and dead inside." His words cut deep, and I felt a surge of anger and defensiveness. But as I looked into his eyes, I saw something that gave me pause. I saw my own pain and sorrow reflected back at me. In that moment, I realized that he was right. I had been living in a state of emotional numbness, going through the motions of life without any sense of purpose or passion. As I stood there, frozen in time, I knew that I had a choice to make. I could continue down the path of emptiness and despair, or I could take a step back and try to heal the wounds of my past. I looked at my younger self, and I saw the desperation in his eyes. I knew that I had to make a decision, not just for myself, but for him as well. "I'm sorry," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "I'm sorry that I didn't take care of you. I'm sorry that I didn't protect you from the pain and the sorrow." As I spoke, I felt a weight lifting off my shoulders. I felt a sense of release, a sense of freedom. My younger self looked up at me, and for a moment, I saw a glimmer of hope in his eyes. And then, in an instant, he was gone. I was left standing alone in the room, feeling a sense of emptiness and loss. But as I looked around, I saw something that gave me hope. I saw a door that I had never seen before. It was a door that led to a new beginning, a new chance at life. And as I walked towards it, I felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. I knew that I still had a long way to go, but I also knew that I was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. I was ready to heal, to grow, and to find my way again.